What do you think is the biggest misconception that young people have when it comes to conservatives?
Oh gosh, it's a big one. I think that the biggest thing is that, it's gonna sound funny, we're not fun. And in some way, I think it's actually kind of true. I think a lot of times, like with the culture again, we don't really have our own culture. We rely on the left's culture a lot to get us going and to have fun, even if we still hold our own conservative values. So I think that that's a misconception that I hope is going to become more of a misconception in a way, you know. Hopefully that'll continue to, I think Americans really need to see that conservative movement has something to offer beyond just politics.
Yeah.
And so I think that if we start to do that, that would be, massively impactful as well.
Do you think it's become more fun though in recent years?
I do.
Because for example, academia is also controlled by the left, and kids, they want to, usually they want to rebel from authority. They don't want to go with what the man is saying, the government. If the people of authority are all saying left-wing propaganda, then wouldn't the natural inclination be someone who's young, rebellious, and free to be more gravitate towards conservative ideas?
I think so. I think we're seeing that with Gen Z especially, that we're getting fed up with what we're being fed. The propaganda is getting to a breaking point, and so I think we're really seeing that as conservatives. It's like, oh hey, maybe this is the better place to be. It's more fun, it's more free. Maybe there isn't something wrong with being proud to be an American, instead of being proud to stand by the gay pride flag in your classroom, So I think that absolutely it's getting more fun. I think with things like Turning Point, I think that that movement really gained a lot of traction within the young people and the youth. And so I'm very thankful for that, But I think that at the same time, the rebellion, the left's very crafty. And I think they found a way to kind of incorporate themselves with almost, it's going to sound bad, but like childish values when you think about it. They didn't make sense. There's no logic involved. And it's almost like do whatever you want kind of values pushed into the kids by the authority. The authority isn't really the adults anymore. Now it's just the adults are all, into all this ridiculously childish propaganda, really. And so I think that in some way the kids are still kind of attracted to that because they're being taught this is the rebellion. They're being taught that to be LGBTQ plus IA whatever is the rebellion against America as a whole, the values that America stands for. And in a way, I think America today is more like the adult in the room. America, the old values is what they're trying to rebel against. But I hope that the conservative movement will bring them more to freedom, and with that, they'll turn away from those leftist values.